Good morning, and welcome to sunny Winnipeg again. I mean sunny again. Yeah. Now I was noticing in the monitor earlier this morning, probably about half an hour ago or so, we did seem to be having a nice sunrise. I know it doesn't look like anything right now, but for a while there it was kind of rosy, or kind of orange if I remember right. So if it turns out nice, maybe I'll do a time-lapse thing and we'll stick it at the end of today's episode. Okay, enough about the sunrise. I made at least 2 mistakes yesterday, and somebody's going to be saying, only 2? No, there's probably lots, but anyway, one of them was actually pretty serious, and I think about 3 different viewers drew it to my attention, and thank you for that, because I might have forgot. But I did not, you know when I stuck these blocks in the bottom here, well, maybe I'll leave this one in, but I'm going to have to remove a couple of them here. Which is the most centered? I'll leave that in. These 2 are toss-ups, so I'm gonna have to take this out. And oh, in case you're wondering, why is it that I put tape on and then put double-sided tape on the tape? You might have wondered, why didn't I just stick the double-sided tape right onto the block? Well, the reason for that is because this double-sided tape, it really sticks good or bad, depending on how you want to look at it. And as you can see here, it's stuck in the bottom of the. Well, I'll be able to get it off probably, but it leaves sort of a gummy mess, and it'll do the same on the wood. So that's why I put the masking tape down first, because it's easy to peel off, and then I get rid of everything all at once. And I got lots of that green tape. Now, here's the mistake I made. I've got to drill holes up from the bottom here for mounting the gun tubs. There's 2 different types of gun tubs, and there's another little device that goes on, a little box of some kind, goes on to the, when we flip ahead to steps 52, 53, 54. Yeah, I jumped the gun here. Okay, the second mistake I made was, somebody says, before you paint your life rafts, I should find out which ones are double life rafts, glue them together first, and then paint the double ones. And then, then I don't need to be messing around with the panel line accent color in the bottom of a life raft that's going to be covered up anyway. Yeah, thanks for those suggestions. Those are the kind of comments I like to get. Those are the kind of, you might say, constructive criticism. Yeah. So I really do appreciate those kind of comments. Not the kind of comments like, he's butchering his model. Okay. Yeah, or the comment, did you notice that you were going 30 kilometers an hour in a 25 zone or something like that? I don't want to hear that. Especially when you don't know what you're talking about. Okay, we won't get into that. Let's not talk about that anymore. What else was I going to mention this morning? Well, I think what we should do is recompose, get our sprues out here, find out get the 2 gun tubs off, nipped off for turrets number 2 and number 3. We'll call the one on the bow number 1. And somebody else suggested, why don't you just label your turrets, or number them? And why not? It's not going to hurt anything. I guess I'll know the one that doesn't have any holes in it is number 1. But yeah, doesn't hurt anything. I've already made a mess in one of them anyway here, so we're not going to see it, right? I hope. Okay. Let's get our sprues here and find out what it is that we need here. I'll superimpose the manual. Okay, we are looking at the first one we need. It looks like an R16 here, and the other one we need is a P13. Okay, so yeah, they are distinctively different, but we have to make holes in the tops of the turrets for the pegs that are on the bottom of these things to fit into. So, okay, enough chatter. Let's get at it here. I need the R sprue and the P sprue. This is the R sprue, and there is only one piece left on it, and it's our R16. Okay, now we got another sprue here for the, I guess, you know, I gotta quit putting these things on the wall anyway. Okay, now, on the P sprue, there are actually 3 of these P sprues, and each one of them has one of these things on it. And this is not the last thing on this sprue. Here's the little box that I was talking about. It's with a little peg and so on. We got to put that on the. Let's see what does it look like on the other side. It's hollow on the other side. That's odd. Okay, I guess they know what they're doing. And also, let me turn it around here. We got these things. These also have to go on the top of the turrets. Yeah, the P11s. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take them off right now, as long as I've got this sprue here. We do need. I think we need them for 2 of the turrets, but not for 1. Okay, but anyway, we got to get our number 13 here. You know, I hate it when the flashing comes right at the edge of something, like where the flashing is connected on the edge like that. It is so hard to sometimes nip these off and not make a little divot in the edge of what appears to be sort of like the railing or something like that. At least I have a problem with it. Fortunately, the arm's length rule takes care of that. Now, what I was starting to say here is there are actually 3 of these, but we only need 1. And I'm curious, does the Missouri require 3 of these? And maybe none of this one? I don't know. Just for the fun of it, we'll look it up later. Okay, this is my second try at this now. A moment ago, I heard Missy at the door, and she's looking for a dog cookie, so I had to put everything on pause, you might say. Actually, I've started again. Okay, we are in the Missouri's manual. And I don't know how I got this. I believe it came from a website from one of the online model people, model stores. Anyway, it looks a lot like the Iowa, doesn't it? A lot like the Iowa. Okay, here we are. All right, here we are. Now we were going to see if the turrets were different. Now here we are, step 51. I believe that it's also 51 in the Iowa manual. And marine shoes. I'm not going to let that rest, am I? All right, now it's 52, 53. Okay, now it appears to me that, yes, it appears to me that the 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's look at it like this. No, the turret number 1 here in the very last step in the Missouri manual. Now the very last step in the Oh no, this is the last step in the Missouri manual. Okay, because the aircraft, looks like the aircraft are different, but maybe not. Anyway, the last step does not show anything on turret number 1, but turret number 2 and turret number 3 back here both have that larger gun tub. Okay, they don't have the long one. Okay, so well, that's kind of interesting. And just, you know, yeah, that's kind of interesting. At least it's interesting to me. Now, as the weather reporting individuals had predicted, yesterday afternoon was beautiful for this time of year. Anyway, I did get out, but before I got out, my coffee visitor did come over and did take my scooter out for a spin. Now, this is the second time he's taken it out. He doesn't go very far. Maybe a total of 10 kilometers. No, more likely only about 5 kilometers altogether. But being as he's a lot younger than me, he caught on a lot faster than I did. Anyway, I later went out myself on the scooter and then on the e-bike. And altogether, I was out for about an hour and 35 minutes. A wonderful hour and 35 minutes. Okay, here's my thinking on this. There are 6 of these parts here, and we only need 4 of them. These do not go on turret number 1. Neither do these, but 2 of them go on one of them goes on number 2 and number 3 turret. One of these goes on, I believe it is number 2 turret, this one. There is only one. But there's 3 of these, and, you know, and there is the chance I'm going to make a mess on the edge. Well, then, if I do, I can maybe have better luck with the second one, and for sure with the third one. Now, this one, of course, we're going to have to be extra careful with. And we now have 4 completely empty sprues here. There's nothing left on anything here. Now, as it turns out, this is also a gun tub. There's going to be one of those 20 millimeter guns plugging into the hole in the bottom of it. But it's got a pin on the bottom, and you notice here it says make holes, 5 holes. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And so let me zoom in a bit here. Okay, we'll try and find a bit that is about 50 thousandths of an inch. And yeah, now you notice that I've got 18.3 degrees Celsius on my thermometer, and it's rising. Last time I looked a few minutes ago, it was 18.2. I want to take advantage of that. You know, I want to get out earlier. I was noticing yesterday when I was out on my scooter, and especially on the e-bike, it got later in the evening and the sun was getting low on the horizon. And when it's shining in your eyes, is you know, it's not too, visibility is not too good. So yeah, and not only that, I want to try and get out. You know, I don't mind going through school zones because I get to slow down, but I don't like to go through a school zone just as school is let out. Especially junior highs, they're milling around all over the place. You know, they make the road their sidewalk. At least that's what it seems like. So, and the route that I often take, I have to go through 6 or 7 different school zones and then back. So, yeah, okay. Enough about that. Let's get a drill bit here about a 50 thousandths of an inch and make some holes in 2 of these turrets. Oh my. wonder if maybe what's happening is the caliper is going up. Maybe I'll do it like this. Okay, well, you know what? That just might do it. That might be big enough. We'll just give that a try. 45 thousandths. Can you see that? I was looking for 50 thou, but this is probably going to do it. And we'll use our Tamiya drill. You know, quite often when I use this, people ask me, where did you get that? And there's always somebody that doesn't know. Well, this is a Tamiya kit. You can actually buy this and put it together. Okay. All right. Now, before I do the rest of them, let's see if it looks like this is going to fit. Oh, Trumpeter did a nice job of putting riveting across there, and then our part is going to, let's see now, this one goes, is this the one that goes on there? Yeah, that's going to fit okay. Okay, well, does that mean that the spacing is exactly the same for this one? Or is it a... Oh, you know what? Okay. Now what? Okay, this one will fit. Yeah, this one will fit in here. It's exactly right. Okay. So that's the one that would be turret number 2. This one will be for turret number 3, but the spacing is different. No. Yeah, the spacing is different. Okay, I got to push stop here and figure out what's going on. Okay, that one's in. And I'm feeling a little bit silly right now because the holes do fit. I just didn't have them lined up right. There. Yeah, it fits. Okay. My mistake. That's my first one. Okay, we'll do the remaining 3 holes. Yeah. Okay, I got the holes in the second turret, and I'll clean these up later. 19.1. I want to get out of here. Okay, yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we're going to see you tomorrow.